Hello and welcome to episode 2 of Epic Sports, or actually episode 1 on YouTube because I deleted the original one. But anyway, doesn't matter. And on this episode with me, as I can't do this on my own, and I should actually say my name, I am Phil and I am a massive Chelsea fan. And with me today, I have Newcastle's not owned, but from Bolton, Simon.
How are we doing, guys? Hello.
Okay, that was confusing. And then we have Manchester's own, the man, the myth, the legend, Paul Plant. How you doing, man?
Doing good, thank you. Yeah, hello to yourself and everybody.
And then we have the American recording in her car to make my podcast look as unprofessional as possible. Hello, Donna.
Hi, everyone. I thought it was a podcast and not a video recording. My bad.
Yep, it's now on the new named Epic Multiverse. Go and check out all our shows on there. Why is it called Epic Multiverse? Because there's vlogs and there's podcasts about so many different things. It's a multiverse of stuff. Simple. And also, every other name I looked for on YouTube with Epic in was already on there. I didn't really have a choice. So today on this episode, we are only, and I repeat, only talking about 2 clubs, Manchester United and Newcastle. And quite frankly, it's a weird one, I think. Andrew, if you're listening or watching, mate, don't worry, you will be back on. But as I've said to many people, I am spinning the cast around every podcast to try and keep this fresh. So today it's just us 4. I'm going to be the host, but I'll put my fair few bits in. But most of the time, I'm letting these guys chat because they think I talk too much.
Yeah.
I'll disagree with you there, mate.
Oh dear. Oh dear. So as I said, we are going to do something very special today. And I'm going to make sure I'm just setting something up, and here we go. I don't know where the people have disappeared to. You can't see correctly. But first, we are starting off with the club that is Manchester United. As you can see, obviously, we've got the man on there, CR7, who's a big news, and what could possibly be happening next. So my question goes to the Man United fans straight away. Paul, what's going on with CR7?
Yeah, it's very hard. The lad wants to. He's not getting any younger. He wants to play in the Champions League, doesn't he? Don't blame him.
What's he, 37?
Yeah, I think. Yeah. So he's only got 2-3 games, seasons left. You know, the top level. Not that United are at the top level at the moment.
That is unbelievable. You're saying a 37-year-old has got 3 seasons left at the top level. That's how good this man is.
Yeah, he's looked after himself, hasn't he? He's really done really well. And I don't blame him for wanting to play in the Champions League, but surely, you know, he could stay with United and help us get in the Champions League and then move on if we don't. But yeah, it's up to him.
So if he did leave, I should say, Donna, what would you think about him leaving? Would it tarnish his reputation with Man United fans to yourself?
No, not one bit, because like Paul said, he's 37. He has a few, I'm surprised he's not retired yet, but when you are that age and you've had that many games and matches, and I mean, it's CR. I mean, you have him. I would want to play in Champions League too, and to get our club to that level. Just because if he plays another season, it doesn't guarantee that we'll get to top 4. I mean,
so Paul, what do you think? Paul, what do you think about that? Not making top 4 again, even if he stayed, is that a possibility?
It's very tricky, isn't it? There's some schools of thought are saying that he's scoring a lot of goals for us. He did last year, but him being in the team, he's dragging his team down. And I don't think that was the case, but some people do. So maybe if he goes and they're right, and we get a couple of players in like they're talking a lot of players. I don't think we're going to get De Jong because Barcelona don't want to let him go. There's a strange story going around with that one. But
apparently, there's another club who's trying to sneak in for him as well from London.
Yeah.
So I have a question too, then, because being over here, we don't get a lot of the transfer news, right?
There isn't any.
There's not a lot at the moment. No.
Well, and that's my question. Have we actually started negotiations with any player outside of, Ronaldo?
Signed a young lad the other day. I can't remember his name, but they signed a young lad and promising for the future. But other than that, there's not really started.
But Paul, we haven't made any big signings yet, right?
No. We've got Donny back, which is good. Donny van der Beek. So that's like a new signing if Ten Hag can get a game out of him, plays him properly and all that. We don't know, do we? Because this Ten Hag fella, it could be good, but we don't know.
I'll get to Ten Hag in a minute, but the thing I think what worries me for you Man United fans as a club, I know you want Pogba gone. Pogba and Ronaldo, you've got to think the business side of them too, the money, the merchandise worldwide, them two brought in. That's going to go. That's who else is in that squad was going to even get close to the money. We'll say Pogba, because and apart from Messi, no one in football's at that level.
No,
okay, go ahead, Paul.
Well, I was going to say.
Okay, go.
I was going to say quickly. The money that they bring in, they do bring a lot of money in for shirt sales and all that. But obviously, the wages are a hell of a lot of money. So a lot of that will just go on there, won't it?
That's exactly what I was going to say.
It's not just shirts.
It's not just merchandising. Phil, their salaries are obscene.
Yeah, but listen. You're only thinking about that. You're not thinking about, you just thought about club merchandise. You're not thinking of advertisements, things that the club get invited to because of these big names. I'm sorry, if I look at this current Man United squad, tell me one big name in it, barring CR7 right now.
Donna.
Sancho could be good. Yeah. Sancho could be hard.
Could. He's not a big name.
De Gea.
Rashford's a big name in England. De Gea.
Oh, he's a big name for lunch dinners, mate. That doesn't make the club any money.
No, but again,
actually look at your squad. Seriously, Sancho's got the potential to be world class. Fernandes can be world class. De Gea is world class goalkeeper. Apart from that, what is there in that Man United squad? It's so bad.
It's so strange. You say it's bad, and it is bad, but they've got players that can play. The season before last, Martial and Rashford, they were one of the leading goal scorers in the league. Oh, I'll say one of them, there's two of them. But the leading goal scorers, they got like 20 odd goals each. So, there's potential there for them.
So, if you could, as a Man United fan, who would you like to see coming in what positions?
Well, I'm not that fussed, to be honest. I think Eriksen could be good. Showed up the midfield a bit. But, yeah, we could.
I'm thinking Sterling. I'm thinking Sterling.
You ain't getting Sterling. He just sold his house in Manchester.
Hey, I can dream.
It's Donna in like one of them old 80s music videos, but everything's like
possibly.
Yeah. Donna wants to sign. Right. Donna wants to sign Wham Matter.
Yeah. Well, we could do a show.
Let's not forget Giggsy.
Okay, let's not talk about Giggsy still until that court case is officially over.
Well, I see you've got Greenwood as well. That obviously he's not playing again, but that scuppered our season last year as well. As soon as that all happened, we went to pot.
Yeah, definitely. Okay.
It just seemed to culminate from that. It was very strange.
Okay, before we get to Ten Hag, Simon, you've been very quiet. You've let the Man United fans talk as an outsider, because as I said, I'm not trying to give everything I think today. What are you thinking of them? Do you think Newcastle could finish higher than Man United?
Yeah. They're in turmoil. I think Man United are in total turmoil. They need to start from the bottom and work their way up, but do it quickly, else they could just spiral out of control. Newcastle, we're on the way up, and it only takes them to cross over. It's a simple solution, but a big club like Man United should not be anywhere outside of the top 7 anytime.
I think they're going to finish 9th.
So
I think they'll do all right.
Get this wrong. I think they will finish 6th if they keep Ronaldo. I think they finish 9th if they don't invest and he goes.
Yeah, if they don't invest, definitely. But I think that's a big plus as well with McLaren. He's going to help.
The problem is Man United, they brought a lot of young ones through it. They usually bring over the years. They brought young ones through. They're not bringing any. They're not giving the young ones a chance. They're going for big names all the time. Pogba, like you said, Ronaldo, bringing him back. Some of these young ones who have gone on loan, they're doing fantastic away. Give them a shot. What can Man United lose more than what they're losing now if they don't give these young ones a shot?
That's a good question, Paul. You know your club really well. What youth players are you talking about who could potentially come up and make a difference to your team?
Well, there's two that are looking good. He got a few games last time. That Hannibal, He was looking good. He played a few games at the end of the season last year, and he could be all right. But we got that Elanga. I know they brought him in. He's a Swedish fellow, but he could be good as well. I don't think he's come through our academy. I think they just brought him in, but he's good. He's a young lad. No, don't matter where he's coming from. But
right, so let's get to Donna. She's been trying to get a word in each way. Donna, what do you think of your new manager? Have you got hopes with him, or do you think he could be sacked within the year?
Oh, I think he's going to be sacked within the year. Absolutely. I don't have any confidence in this at all. Not one bit. Nope. He's going to be sacked before Boxing Day.
Before what day?
Boxing Day.
I'll tell you, that's going to be bad with a World Cup in between. I can see February.
Yeah.
I forget that we had the World Cup in November.
No, I think we all want to forget. It should be right now.
Yeah, that'll mess up the back end of the season, won't it?
And who's going to World Cup?
I'm not going to it. There's too many rules you get in trouble with. I'm not going out there. It's not worth the risk.
No, I'm definitely not going.
I am trying to talk to Donna, but her signal seems really bad right now, people. So we do have to apologise for it. She's like, I mean, she's got a pouty face in the video. It's hilarious.
It's a good part, that one, Donnie. You've done well there.
It helps that I can hear you.
Donna.
Just fine. So.
Donna, it's really bad, mate. I hate to tell you this. Your video's stopping. You're coming out like a robot. This is a great podcast, people. This is why we say America are behind in the times. They can't even get technology up to date. Yeah, have that one, America, mate. Oh, Donna has left us, and hopefully she will come back.
Donna's left the building.
Donna's signal was gone. So we're going to get into Ten Hag still. Donna didn't really say what she said, apart from she thinks he's going to get sacked. Paul, your opinion on him?
Well, like I said, alluded to before, I don't really know much about him. I've read about what he's done over in Holland, and he's done well over there. And like, no disrespect to Holland, but it's not the best league in the world, is it?
No.
But he did do well, and his methods seemed good. But they said that about Ralph Rangnick, and he was terrible.
And
but yeah, just like
and Jose Mourinho and Van.
I know. He's been terrible for the past few years, but all you can do is hope for the best, can't you? It's not, just see how he goes.
I personally think you're in that position now. I don't think you can afford to sack him. I think you've got to give him at least 3 seasons. This season's to rebuild. You could have a bad season, but he's got to rebuild. The next season is to get into the top 6. The 3rd season is getting a top 4 club back together. And then, if he's done all that, he gets the 4th and 5th season to fight for the title.
Yeah, you're right. I often say, like with any team, really, or anything, if they're looking like they're having a go, and even if you get beat, as long as you look like you're trying, it's at least they've had a go.
You would say last season with Man United, you could see a lot of games why Ronaldo was going off so stressed. Players just weren't giving their all.
Yeah. But towards the end of the season, when they brought Ralph in, they knew he was probably only there till the end of the season. A lot of the older players, were going anyway, so they didn't care. So it was a terrible end to the season.
Yeah,
not for other people, because it was funny. Yeah,
so come on then, Paul. Where do you think? I know it's hard because, like my club, Chelsea's different reasons why transfers are going very slow. Obviously, the change club, but that'll be on the next podcast, and there might be some transfers by then. But what is going on with Man United? Why is a club like Man United messing about with transfers taking too long? Is it because they want the right players this time and they don't want to mess it up and they don't want to rush players in?
It does seem that way, yeah, because in the past, if you're looking to go after a player like De Jong and he just turns you down, then it's embarrassing, isn't it? So they try not to...
Has he actually turned you down then? Because I've not seen anything about that.
Well, I've seen something earlier. It was on Facebook, so it's got to be true.
Not when it's Facebook, mate. Yeah, that's really good. So, position-wise this season, what are you hoping for? Top half, bottom half, relegation?
Yeah, I'm hoping for relegation. I think they'll... I do genuinely think they'll get top 6 at least.
But jokes and Andrew, this is the point he'd start spitting blood because he can only see through red-tinted glasses. The biggest club in Manchester right now is City.
Oh, of course it is, yeah.
And I know what people are going to say, Man United are more supported around the world. Yes, probably true. But I don't care. If Chelsea lost quarter of their support, but it meant they went on for the next 5 years winning Champions League and Premier Leagues, I'll take that all day. I don't care about worldwide support. I care about here in England myself, and I want that trophies. I want Chelsea in the title race next season. You want Man United to get back in the top 4 and climbing that table and being a team we're all scared to go to Old Trafford and play.
Yeah. That's it. City at the moment, they're a bit like Barcelona were a few years ago. You know, they're that good. It's almost boring to watch it because
I've got a sneaking suspicion on City this season. I don't think they're going to be as good as they've been.
Well, no, it depends how that other lad settles in, doesn't it?
It's not just him. It's not just him settling in. I also think it's down to Sterling going. It looks like he's going to Chelsea. De Bruyne, he's getting older. He's getting more injury prone. He is a very big cog to making that City team move. Yeah. And if he keeps on getting injuries and he's slowing down, all right, he's still got the passes, but it was the same with Fabregas. Once he started slowing down, Chelsea didn't look like a title team. So it's a weird one. But yeah, so you reckon top six or a little lower?
I don't know about top six. You know, you've got to be up. That for me at the moment, that's optimistic. But I do. If they start off well and just keep going, obviously, then we could be top six. Because we definitely there's teams there we can beat. So what they do that.
Definitely. So what we're going to do now is we are going to move over from Manchester United and move on to the club with all the money. I hope Simon loves the picture.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah. So anyway, Simon.
Yes.
Take it away, man.
I can actually talk about transfers because we've actually done some. Sorry, boys. We've officially signed Matt Target, who we had before.
Wow.
I know, but he was already in the squad, but he's officially signed the paperwork. We've got Nick Pope from Burnley, the goalkeeper. But the thing is, I had this argument with a guy I play darts with, and he thinks that Nick Pope's going to come in and be the number one straight away. And I've said, no, he's not. It's going to be a fight between him and Dubravka who's going to get number one. So I'm interested to see that battle of who comes on top with that. Because in my eyes, I know it's biased, but Dubravka saved a hell of a lot of our points last season. So I'm happy with that.
In all fairness, I have read rumours he might be leaving, though.
He might be, but it all depends because he's 3 years younger than Nick, than Pope. And Pope's on a 4-year deal and he's 30.
He plays 45 as a goalkeeper these days.
As they get older, don't they, generally?
Yeah. If he's 30-odd years old, he's probably in the prime now, isn't he?
Yeah.
So we've just signed Eddie Howe's main target for central defender. He got Sven Botman from Lille. Supposedly he's fought off AC Milan for it as well. 35 million was paid for him. Because originally I think his target was Tarkovsky, but when you've got this guy on the market who's supposedly done very well for Lyon last season, it's I hope it just shows up that defence. Because if you look at the stats, Newcastle were the second best team in the second half of the season from Christmas.
Yeah, you didn't have kick on, didn't you? Yeah.
So
we beat them.
Yeah, but we lost 2 games. Well, so but that's the main target at the moment. Bad.
Yeah,
that's the target. That's 3 transfers that have just gone ahead. There is one floating around at the moment. They're looking at getting what's he called, Armando Boyer from Chelsea, who's currently at Southampton.
Who is it again? Sorry.
Armando Boyer, whatever it's called. Scored 38 goals on loan for Southampton.
Oh, the striker. I can't say his name now. Yeah. Brozier.
Yeah. So he's on the radar, but try and bring him in.
I think that's all down to Chelsea find a striker in the summer because right now Chelsea need a striker. And he might be worth keeping.
Yeah, well, he's currently on loan. Like I said, he's currently on loan.
Was on loan. He's back at Chelsea.
He's a re-sign for Chelsea, right? Yeah.
Well, he's never left. He was loaned out last season.
Yeah, but West Ham are after him as well. But we'll see because, like I say, Wilson can't keep going forever. I know Maximin's pledged his allegiance to Newcastle, but he could be snapped up.
I'll tell your problem with Brozier. I've just been having to think about it, and you've just said West Ham were involved, right?
Yeah.
There's no hint. There's no hiding it. Chelsea are interested in Declan Rice. I can see him being a bit of a make weight to the Declan Rice deal if it went ahead.
Yeah, possibly. Well, like I say, you never know. Newcastle have got the money behind them now. It's whether he wants to go for money or if he goes to West Ham, he has got. Is it European football as well at West Ham? So.
I think Europa. Yeah. It's not the Europa.
He's a young lad.
It's the rubbish one there in this West Ham.
Yeah, he's a young lad, but he might want to get some European experience at that age. That could entice
European
him.
experience. That tournament's terrible. It should never be made.
Yeah, I know, but it's still experience, isn't it?
Well, what do you reckon? Quickly, this would be good for clubs like Newcastle, because I think at first Newcastle's hopes were winning FA Cups and that, really. Don't you wish they brought back the Cup Winners' Cup?
It would be good, yeah. Just more, but they already played too many games, aren't they, with the League Cup?
Yeah, but if we get rid of that Europa Conference League, I can't stand it. Cup Winners' Cup. So if a team in the Championship wins the FA Cup, give them a chance in Europe.
Yeah,
I'm just so bored with going down like to 8th or 9th place now with teams in our league. Oh, you're playing in Europe this year. What is the point?
Yeah, but they're expanding the Champions League anyway, aren't they?
We're getting to that on another podcast.
Yeah, a quick one. I don't like the idea. I know Amazon have got they're getting part rights, aren't they, for the Champions League?
Is that Amazon and BBC?
BBC have got rights for highlights.
Yeah.
So match of the day.
Well, that's good. But it means that you've got to have a BT subscription and an Amazon subscription. You know, if your team might be on BT one week and then.
Or I'll tell you what, if you feel like going for a pee while on TV, see, I would pee on the TV if you get why.
Yeah. Oh, there's ways of watching it, but if you're doing it properly, you've got to have both subscriptions now, then, haven't you?
Yeah, it's like America with all the problem is I was so happy when all these streaming sites start showing up. Now there's like 6 or 7 already, and they all start off cheap, and then they're like 18, 20 quid, and you've got to start choosing. Listen, Netflix, Amazon, everyone out there, do it for 6, 7 quid. You'll all get a piece of the pie because you'll get more people. You'll actually make more money on the long run. The short run, it'll be less, but because you're getting more people, because we're not choosing 18 quid for Netflix and 9 quid for Amazon Prime and 6 quid for Paramount, and HBO Max is probably going to come over here soon, and that'll probably be another tenner. We can't afford them all. Especially
all the directors don't want that incline on profit. They want that incline in profit.
Yeah, but that incline on profit does that. And then it hits its
like
peak,
that.
and like Netflix.
I know, but they don't see that. They only see that bit. They don't see this. They don't see it steady and coming down. They go, "Oh, it's coming down. Right, we need to make changes."
And yet again, that is why people pee on their TVs.
Yeah.
Well, you can't moan about it.
No, there are ways and means, but if you want to do it properly, like I say, it costs a bloody fortune, can't it?
So anyway, let's get back to Newcastle because it's been very short. Simon, what are you thinking this season? How do you think you're going to do?
I'm hoping we have a good cup run, like you said. Luke to go for one of the cups, and I don't want Europe yet. I don't want to even attempt to even think about going for Europe. I personally say go for top half, solid top half, at least 8th, and just keep yourself in the mix, and then build again.
So one spot over Man United.
Yeah,
they're finishing 9th.
The thing is, I don't want to go. We haven't look at the teams that have gone into Europe with a very minimal squad, the likes of Burnley, Wigan when they were in it. The teams that haven't got the depth in players, they struggle, and then they struggle in the league, and that's what we don't want to do.
If you get Europe, you might attract other players, like you said about that other lad.
Yeah, but it's not just that. But you also don't forget Newcastle doing it the right way. We're not doing what City did. We're keeping it below that price cap, so they're not spending what they can't bring in.
In all fairness, when City first did it, there was no such thing as FF.
Yeah, I know, but then there's still but they have done it again. PSG are under investigation for it. They're clamping down on it now, and I think Newcastle say, "Well, wait a second, we've got all this money, but we can't do it yet because
this clamping down will not work for long." I'm sorry, with Man United in a mess right now as well. Chelsea with new American owners, Liverpool American owners, Man City with their super money, Newcastle with their absolutely ridiculous amount of money. Barcelona want to get big again, Real Madrid, PSG. I'm telling you now, within the next 2 seasons, we're going to hear about the Super League again.
We probably will. We probably will. But it's down to it's up to the clubs. You see what UEFA are doing, you see what the FA are doing. Would you blame them going if they had to? I wouldn't.
But if they do it different.
As a fan, I'd hate it. As a businessman, I get it.
But they need to make it open, don't they? The fact it was a closed shop, that rubbed people up the wrong way, didn't it? Like America, where there are leagues where there's no relegation promotion, you've got to have different teams in there, surely. If you're going to do a European Super League.
I just don't know how you do it unless you restructure the whole of Europe.
They'd have to be.
Yeah. You have a Champions League, a Premier League, what's mix between every country, obviously, and then a championship, and then a Div 2, Div 3, because there's so many teams. That is the only fair way you could do it.
Of Europe only. There you go.
Yeah, just get rid of it, and then we can tell Champions League and that to pee off. I mean, we don't care. We're playing the best all the time, man.
Yeah.
But that's the only way we can do it. If every league in Europe is in together. If we want, we can't leave out the small teams like Everton.
There's something on the horizon. You can see it coming. There's some major restructuring coming along with football.
Football's a business now.
Yeah, it's not about the working man's sport, and you go and watch it at the weekend. It won't be funny, but I couldn't afford to go and watch my club every weekend, even if I could get up there.
No.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I know if the season tickets have the price of season tickets have come out and we're mid-table, we're not as bad as Tottenham, who's £797 for the cheapest ticket. Taking the piss, but it's just too expensive. And what we find with the way the world is at the moment, that's one of the things that a lot of working class people are just going to have to cut out.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, everything's going.
We're in a situation in the world now where we can't afford these luxuries. So
well, you say that I wanted to go and watch Orlando City in Orlando, and I'm already overthinking it because the pound's just not worth anything to the dollar.
Yeah,
so I don't want to waste my money on a very average football league and team.
It could have been a nice day out because there's an offer that some people are doing where they pick you up, say, you get 2 pints and blah blah blah. Yeah. But do you spend that and wait and when you're over in the place where you want to be? To waste half a day.
And obviously with Florida as well, you can't guarantee the weather. By the time kickoff's there, it could be absolutely bucketing it down. And they're not like our stadiums with the roofs, so it's not even worth it.
So it's one of those. It's not. Football has gone to the point now where it used to be a working man's thing, and it's just definitely not now. It's a business. It's all about making money. It's all about the bottom line. As long as that club makes money, they doesn't care. Prime example.
That's what Newcastle are now.
Look at Derby. Look at Derby have just managed to get pulled out. They've just sorted their situation that they were in. Bury didn't even get the chance to do it, which I feel sorry for Bury. But they've started up again now, Bury AFC. And good luck to them. I think they're in the 9th tier, so they're going to start right at the bottom.
A lot of the players are out of touch now as well, because going back to Pogba, he was offered 300 grand a week, and he said it was nothing, didn't he? Like, bloody hell.
That's 300 grand a week. That's 10 years of me working plus.
Oh my, yeah, easily, yeah.
And it's like, it is getting a bit ridiculous, and that's probably going to be my rant on this one here. I know we've gone away from that name, but I don't want it to be brought in, but I would like to see some form of price cap on wages at some point. It's getting ridiculous now.
It'd have to be across Europe, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah. It's getting ridiculous now.
I don't begrudge him it, though, because if somebody paid it me for doing something that I like doing, you wouldn't say no, would you?
Yeah, but it's not that. If you was doing it and you was working for it, doing the actual job, don't forget, a lot of these players, they're not there for the football. They're there for the money.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
They've done what they had to do to get where they are. And I'm not saying all. Don't at me if you can at me if you want. I don't really care. But
Simon and Julie.
There's a lot of players out there have got to where they work on merit. And there's some players in the Championship, Division 1, Division 2, who are working their asses off to get where they are, and they just can't get the lucky break that they get. And you have some of these big players who are getting paid £300,000 a week, and they'd rather sit on the bench. I know a lot of them don't want to, but there is a lot of them who want to just sit on the bench and take that paycheck.
Okay, and I totally agree with that. What about Eddie Howe?
Eddie Howe,
great manager. Would you keep him?
To be honest, for what I've seen over this thing, he's done wonders. I didn't rate him at first. I've said it on here. I didn't think he was the right choice, but he's proved me wrong. We had the same squad, and we turned it around in the second half of the season. So whatever he's been doing for that first half of the season has shown in the second half. And if he's got a plan, and this is his plan with these players, and working with the players during the off season, I would say we probably would be a lot higher than where I expect to be, but I don't want to be personally. I don't want to be that high. If we've got a tough first game technically, because you've got the newbies coming up.
You got a tough last game.
Well, now season will be over with by then. It won't make a difference.
In case you don't know, Paul, they've got Chelsea at Stamford Bridge the last game, I think.
Yeah, I guess that. Yeah.
So
That's when Chelsea will be crowned champions.
Yeah. Well, I'd rather you win it than City or Liverpool.
Controversial, Phil. No, I don't know what Chelsea's doing. We're not going to get into Chelsea. As I say, that'll be the next episode. So you're happy? Do you think you can win a cup? League Cup, FA Cup?
hope so. That will be the first. Get some silverware. Give something what the fans have been wanting for so many years. They're not bothered about league titles at the moment. They just want some silverware. We had a good run in the late 90s, early 2000s, in the FA Cups and the Coca-Cola Cups as it was then. Beating a couple of finals against Arsenal. We had a couple. I think we had one against Chelsea as well. But we just need to get over that hurdle. He's got over the hurdle where we don't have to worry about relegation technically. Hopefully, we're not fighting in that relegation battle now, and hopefully we can just move on and get a good cup run, get a bit of silverware, and bounce from there. Hopefully.
Fair enough. And guys, we're going to leave it there because we are going to quickly give some news on the darts.
Currently at the moment it's the seniors world match play, because you're asking, you were more interested in what the seniors were doing rather than the professionals. And they added a new tournament this weekend. It's the World Series. It's the World Match Play. A bit like what they do at Blackpool in July in the PDC. And currently, Rob Thornton's into the final. He just beat Martin Adams in the semi-final. And Phil Taylor is currently playing Kevin Painter. I don't know the score because I haven't got it on.
Because he doesn't want to spoil it and probably wants to watch it.
Well, yeah.
Fair enough. There is no other news. I know basketball, the same team who normally wins it, won it.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know.
The one that Steve Curry plays for. This is why I need Denny on, basketball fan.
Yeah. Well, I know the baseball's like mid-season now, so.
Okay, and how's your team then?
They were third, I think.
Oh, rubbish. Okay.
Honestly, I've not been following them at all this season.
Boxing, Tyson Fury's brother's full of excuses to try and take on a YouTuber. It's embarrassing. But the whole fight's embarrassing, so I wish it wouldn't happen, full stop. I don't want it to happen anymore, these YouTubers now. One of the Logan brothers has also signed up for the WWE.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. Well, that's all there is there. So what we are going to do now is we're going to move over to question time. It was meant to be 3 people, but now it's only the 2 of you against each other. See, it's
terrible at this.
So here comes the first question.
What year was Manchester United established?
Shout your name out.
Paul.
Go on and go for it.
I can't remember. It was something like 1892. I can't remember.
Simon, have a guess.
1906.
I would say that Paul's closer. Where's my screenshots gone?
Oh my word!
How do you think I screenshot? My screenshots have moved on my bloody phone. It's because my mate kept on sending me pictures of it. It's now moved everything around. There they are. Right. Okay. Right. Try again. Paul, what was you?
1892, did I say?
Okay. And Simon, you got another chance.
I just said 1906, and Paul just said the same one.
So you're both wrong, but Paul's the closest. So Paul gets the point. Here it comes.
Oh, I just didn't know that first place.
1878, because you would have bloody known the answer. Before
Oh, you can pause it, couldn't you?
So about 144 years you've been around as a club, Man United.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Simon was close to when he moved from Newton.
Okay, next question. When it gets across to it.
What year was Newcastle United established?
Right, Paul, have a guess.
No idea.
Let's have a guess a year, come on.
Yeah. I'll go 1900.
Okay, and Simon?
I'm just going to go 1906 again because I'm trying to see if I've got anything with wall and I can't see.
Unfortunately, that's another point to Paul.
Yeah, it's 18 something. I don't know.
Yep. We're coming up on the screen now. Newcastle United Football Club is the English professional football club based in Newcastle upon Tyne that plays in the Premier League, the top flight of English football, apparently. The club was founded in 1892. The merger of Newcastle East End and Newcastle West End, original names. The team plays its home matches at St James's Park in the centre of Newcastle. Following the Taylor report's requirements to all Premier League clubs and all see the stadium, the ground was modified in the mid-1990s, what I don't really care about, and currently has a capacity of 52,305. And I can see them new owners probably making that bigger eventually.
There actually is plans to go up to 58,000. They want to go up to 68,000, but they need to think about having it because there's a Grade 1 listed building behind one of the stands and they can't touch it.
Oh, it's been around long enough. Move it. Next question.
Doesn't work like
that. I know. Anyway, let's get to the next question. If it ever comes to the cups.
Who is Manchester United's top ever scorer?
Right, I'm going to let Simon go first in this one. Simon, who do you think Man United's top ever scorer is?
Oh, I can't even. Robin van Persie.
Oh God, don't be silly. Nowhere close. Come on, Paul.
No, I do that.
You're the Man United fan. You should know this, Paul.
No, got to be 2 1 and 2. Sure, Rooney's up there, but I think about.
You got to give me one name.
Yeah, Rooney.
And it's 3-0 to Paul. I'm sorry, Simon. After the first ones, you did amazing. And there it is. Wayne Rooney with 253 goals, followed by Sir Bobby Charlton on 249, Dennis Law on 237. Is it Rowley or Rowley, Paul?
Can't believe
211. Dennis Violet, 179. The great, who I think would have been the top scorer if it weren't for drinking problems, George Best, 179. Even Giggs is now 168. Paul Scholes is in there.
That's not bad for midfield, right?
Yeah. Ruud van Nistelrooy did make it in the top half, though, 150.
That's what I was thinking of. I said Van Persie, but I meant him.
Yeah, Van Nistelrooy.
Yeah, very close. But David Hurd.
What put a van in the name?
David Hurd.
If it was Ford Transit, I don't understand it.
David Hurd, hopefully not in, related to Amber Heard on 145. Ooh, so what's it? 3-0, Paul. 2 more questions to go. See if Simon can save himself.
No.
That would be nice to know. So we'll get to the next question now. Come on, computer, don't be so slow. It's still showing me them all. Here we go.
What is Newcastle's biggest ever league win?
Go on then, Simon. What do you think Newcastle's biggest ever league win is? I know this already.
8-1, I think.
And Paul, what do you think?
I'm going to go big. 12-1.
Okay, and Simon's getting the point for being the closest. So as it comes up on the screen for the YouTubers, there it is. The top score, September the 19th. I couldn't tell you the playing because I didn't put it on there. 1999, 8-0.
Sheffield Wednesday at the top.
There we go. Yeah, Sheffield Wednesday. It's there. I did do it earlier. I thought that. Yeah, I don't know who the other game.
Yeah, I thought it was 8-1. I didn't realise. I knew it was 8 because obviously the highest Premier League one was 9, and I knew we did it in the. I remember we did it in the Premier League.
Quite a lot of them have been done in the modern era, apart from third place, what's 1959, what was 8-2. So let people know who's just listening. First place, September the 19th, 1999, 8-0 Sheffield Wednesday. The other games, I don't know who they scored against, who they beat. If you want to tell me, if you think you're clever enough, send a tweet to Epic Sports.
That 7-0 was against Norwich, I think.
Okay, that was September the 23rd, 2020. That was second place, apparently. In third place was November 7th, 1959, 8-2.
No idea.
Yep. And that's the only one was in the olden days. And in fourth place, December the 28th, so a nice Christmas present, 1996, they smashed somebody 7-1. So it is now 3-1 to the pool. With the final question coming up, this one is probably the hardest question to answer, I think, personally, if it ever comes up.
Final question.
Ready?
Who was the last English club to win Uefa Champions League?
Simon?
Do I have to say it?
Go on.
Chelsea.
Yeah! Sorry, Paul, but that ends it at 3-2. Paul, would you have said Chelsea as well?
I would, yeah.
It's a good job. It's a good job that wasn't a 2-2. That wasn't it? And we all.
Well, I would. What I would have done is I would have turned the screen off, asked the question myself at that point, and I would have seen the first hand going up. So we'll see it coming up on screen just in case we're all wrong about the wronger. Chelsea FC, the greatest team There you go, people. It's not a lie. It clearly says it on the screen. That's not me saying it. The screen is saying it to us if you're watching on YouTube. Chelsea FC, the greatest team. So a bit of fun questions. Simon won the first lot. Paul's won the second lot. Donna would have clearly won this round 5-0 if she was here. So that is pretty much it for this episode. On the next episode, Paul's taking his time off. I'm going to ask a Liverpool fan to come in and join us. We're going to talk Chelsea and Liverpool. But don't forget, subscribe to Epic Multiverse on YouTube. Check out our other shows, the Epic Florida Project, Epic Haunts. Epic Haunts is obviously about all haunt events in the UK and the USA. Go and check that out. Epic Florida Project, talking about the stuff that goes on inside and outside the theme parks in Orlando, Florida. Pretty much. You got this show here, Epic Sports, where we talk a load of rubbish and none of us know what we're talking about when it comes to sports, really. Then we've got old videos coming out soon of an old podcast I used to do, Ghost, Aliens and Beyond. Paul, I've moved them off the app. They're going onto YouTube. So all the old original ones will be on YouTube where people can listen to me, bring up subjects, and then have guests on who talked about, apparently, I'm trying to say that seriously, apparently about their lives when they saw a ghost or something, is the best way to put it.
Was there one over in Stockport by any chance?
I do not know. There's a really bad one. No names. But that is pretty much it. Thank you both. I hope you've enjoyed this. I'm going to stop humming. I hope you've all enjoyed this today. It's been a great episode. As I say, subscribe to Epic Multiverse. Press that bell notification for when new videos come out. Like this video. Comment down below on this video if you're a Man United Newcastle fans. Tell us how you think your season's going to go.
Tell us how wrong we are.
Yeah. We're also on almost every podcast app out there. So if it's a podcast app you can subscribe to and give a rating, please do. It'll help us grow. And that is pretty much it. On the next episode, myself, probably Simon, the Liverpool fan, hopefully, talking Chelsea and Liverpool, how we think our season's going to go. And hopefully some other sporting news. Let's hope the England women can win the Euros.
Yeah, come on, England.
No. And after that, Epics Sports out. See you later.
See you later.
Tatty bye.